shifting over to the AFC, it's a weird division because I feel like the Dolphins, again, they should be the best team in the division, but we just don't know what exactly they're going to be. And the Jets have the potential to be the best team in the division, but they seem very dysfunctional at this point, especially with all the Aaron Rodgers drama going on right now. Um, their coach seems like Mr. Clean, seems like he's sputtering a little bit right now. The Bills cut everyone. They signed a wrestler. We don't know what they're doing at this point. And then the Patriots are just kind of sitting there and no one's really talking about the Patriots. They're kind of just in their own little world, like, okay, maybe we'll win 7 games. We could win 9. Maybe we'll only win 4. No one knows.
And nobody cares either because at the end of the day, the spotlight's going to be on the other teams. I think the Jets, if Aaron Rodgers can return to where he was in Green Bay before he got hurt, then I think the Jets have a chance to be really good. They have some really nice talent. I like Garrett Wilson and Brees Hall a lot. So the Jets are one of those weird teams I do buy into a little bit. The Dolphins, I think they'll be just as good as they were last year. So they'll be competitive. And then the Bills, that's another super hard team for me to predict because you have Josh Allen. You drafted Keon Coleman. We don't know how good he'll be. And then just a lot of question marks. So
Yeah.
a lot of question marks overall. I do think those 3 teams, Bill, Jets, and Dolphins, will be competitive. And the Patriots, who knows?
Yeah, and like for me, it hasn't really set in that Aaron Rodgers is on the Jets because I don't know, he didn't really play at all last year.
Played 3 snaps,
Yeah,
and that was the end of it.
yeah, so like it still hasn't really set in that he is a New York Jet. Do you think he gets hurt again, or do you think he stays healthy with his kind of stem cell psychedelic treatment?
I mean, I hope for the sake of Jets fans that they do because if he got hurt again, especially in game 1, like that would be really tough. I think that the thing I'm more worried about is less about him staying healthy and more about is he going to be the Aaron Rodgers that we've seen because he's 40 now. He's entering year 20 and it doesn't seem like he's as committed to the end of to the whole treatment thing that someone like Brady or Drew Brees or these other players have had. So that's what I'm more worried about with him is whether he's committed and whether or not he'll be the same player he was.
Yeah, definitely. And like I feel like he hasn't really cared about winning a Super Bowl over the past few years. I feel like he's more had the mentality like it'd be nice, but like I don't know. I'm still a multi-million dollar athlete. I kind of have that lifestyle here. So let's start out with the Jets because they're kind of just this mystery team looming in the dark. And we will be picking this, assuming that Aaron Rodgers is the starting quarterback here. Unfortunately, they start out game 1 versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay, we're history buffs on the show for a reason. We know Aaron Rodgers versus the 49ers has not been good. I believe he's 1-5 in his career, so that's all I need to say.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers in game 1, the regular season period.
Yeah, and also over the last 2 years.
And then after that goes down to Nashville. Hopefully they don't slip on Mayo, but we'll see.
I'd like to say that they should be able to beat the Titans with Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. So they start out 1-1, and then argument becomes who has the better porn mustache. Is it Aaron Rodgers or is it Will Levis, the actual porn star? And then after that, they host the New England Patriots on Thursday Night Football in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
I think they're going to probably split with the Patriots. I'll take them to beat the Patriots this time around.
Okay. So they start out 2-1, not terrible. And they go to Denver, and with Denver, we don't know if it's going to be
A golfer, a mommy slayer, or Jared Stidham.
yeah, disappointment to say the least. And if you watched our Broncos preview,
We were nice to them.
we were nice. We were nice. But do you have the Jets winning this?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're 3-1, coming out hot here out of the gate. And then they go to Minnesota to play the Vikings, get the Sauce versus Justin Jefferson matchup.
Yeah, I think this is a super interesting matchup. I will take the Jets. I think the Jets are going to start out hot. I'll take them to beat the Vikings here.
All right. And then after that, they host the Buffalo Bills. And we all saw the fluky game last time versus the Bills.
Yeah, I think that they're going to split it with the Bills and Dolphins. Actually, I think they're going to split with pretty much everyone in this division. So I'm going to take the Bills to win this game.
Okay. So then they go 4-2 here. After the Bills, they go to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
See, this is a game where I think the Steelers defense with Cole Holcomb and TJ Watt and all these guys on that team, I think that, oh, and also Pat Queen, let's not forget about him. I think this is a game that the Steelers can win, and I think they beat the Jets.
All right, so reasonable 4-3 for the Jets, and I think that's fair. And then after that, they go to New England to face the Patriots.
Yep, and I do think they get the win here.
Okay. So they're currently 5-3. Then after beating the Patriots, they host the Houston Texans.
Yep, and I think the Texans are going to be the best team in football. So I think that they'll be able to take on the Jets. Let's also not forget that the Jets' offensive line is historically bad. So with Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, I don't like their chances.
All right, so now they're 5-4, and then after that, they have to go to Arizona to take on the Cardinals.
I think that's going to be a great game. But I do think they'll beat the Cardinals in this situation.
Okay. And then after that, they host the Indianapolis Colts in New Jersey.
Yep, and at this point they're 6-4. I think that they lose to the Colts. Anthony Richardson, specimen that he is, I think he can get the win.
All right, and then back-to-back home games, they host Seattle.
And I'll take them to beat Seattle here. Rubbing in the wounds of them finessing them with the Jamal Adams trade.
Okay. And then after that, they go to Miami to play the Dolphins.
And I do think they'll split with the Dolphins, but I will take them to lose to the Dolphins in this game.
Okay. So currently 7-6 right now. Then they have to go to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars.
I'll take them to beat the Jaguars here.
Okay. And then so they're 8-6, teetering on the edge, especially in the AFC. Then they host the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, I think at this point this becomes a coaching matchup, and Sean McVay versus Robert Saleh. I'll take the edge with Sean McVay here.
Okay. So they are 8-7, and then they go to Buffalo to play the Bills, potentially for the division.
And the last time around, I had them losing to the Bills, so I'll have them beating the Bills this time.
Okay. So currently 9-7, and then they host the Dolphins.
Yep, and I had them beating the Dolphins last time, so I'll have them losing to the Dolphins this time.
All right. So yeah, Jets 9-8, exactly where I thought they would be.
Yeah, I think for them, their floor is going to be 8 wins, and I think their ceiling could be as high as honestly 12. But I think realistically, 8 to 11 wins is my window for them. I think that if their highest ceiling that they could be is really, really good and win a playoff game, their floor is missing out on the wild card, honestly.
All right. And then after that, we have them potentially getting into the playoffs, potentially missing the playoffs.